You guys loved the Habit Tracker 2.0, you guys loved the Goal Tracker 2.0, and now it's time to take it one step further. This is the Accountability Tracker 2.0. This is a tool that you can use with your accountability buddy in order to track each other's progress, see how you guys are doing on your goals, and see where you guys are slacking off. This tracker is pretty robust, so let's dive right in. First things first, setting up your accountability tracker. When you first open your Accountability Tracker 2.0, this is what you're going to see. It's going to be a view-only spreadsheet. To make this tracker your own, you're going to need to make a copy. So to do that, we're going to hit File, Make a Copy. I'm going to rename this accountability tracker to say Layla, my name, and Mia, my accountability buddy's name. So Layla and Mia's Accountability Tracker 2.0. And I'm going to hit Make a Copy. Next, I advise, but it's not necessary, to change the zoom to 75%. This just gives you a better view of everything that's on the screen. The second step to setting up your accountability tracker after making a copy is to share it with your accountability buddy. So I'm going to hit Share. So I'll add Mia's email address, and I'll make sure that editor is checked. That way, the person that I send the spreadsheet to can edit the spreadsheet. And then I'll just hit send. Once that's taken care of, we can move on to the dashboard sheet. First things first, add your name and your accountability buddy's name. So my name is Layla. My buddy's name is Mia. My start date is going to be the 6th of September, 2024. So I'll just change this to the 6th of September. As you can see, the yellow rows over here automatically updated. It shows that I am currently 1 day from my start date, and I am in week 1. This is useful when I want to know which sheet I should open and insert my data in. Now it's time to write my goals. My first goal is going to be gain 5,000 YouTube subscribers. And I want to do this by the 1st of January 2025. Now it's time to give this goal a number. I want to work towards 5,000 subscribers, so that's what I'm going to write here. Currently, I have 272 subscribers. I'm a far way from achieving my goal, I know, but you can help me reach it by hitting that subscribe button. The next goal I'll add is exercise 20 minutes per day. I want to do this for 3 months, so I'll give myself until the 6th of December, 2024. In this cell, I need to write the number that I am working towards. To exercise for 20 minutes per day for 3 months, so that's 90 exercise sessions. So I'm going to write 90 because that's the goal that I'm working towards. And I'm starting at 0 because I have so far done 0 exercise sessions. My next goal is going to be learn French. I want to do that again by the 1st of January 2025. The book that I am working on has 80 lessons, so that's the number that I'm working towards. And I have currently not studied any lessons, so I'm going to write 0. Underneath that, we have the weekly progress chart and table, and I'm going to skip that for now. We'll come back to this later. Underneath that, I have the recurring tasks table. This is where I can write the tasks that I want to do multiple times. So the first task is going to be study French, or study 1 French lesson. This is a task that I want to do 5 times per week. So in the how often column, I'm going to write 5 times per week. I have 80 lessons that I need to finish. So if I am only doing 5 lessons per week, then it's going to take me 16 weeks. So I need to do this task for 16 weeks, and that'll give me 80 repetitions. This number was automatically calculated. This task helps me learn French, so the goal that it contributes to is learning French. So far, I've done 0 repetitions. This is something that is also automatically calculated, and I'll show you from where in just a minute. Next task I want to do is exercise for 20 minutes per day. I want to do this every day, and I want to do it for 3 months. So I'm just going to write 3 months. The repetitions that I need to do are 90, and this helps me exercise 20 minutes per day. If you scroll to the side, you can see Mia's goals. Here, Mia can open the sheet, add her goals, her deadline, the number she's working to, and where she's starting at. Everything that I do on my side of the spreadsheet, Mia can do on her side of the spreadsheet. So for the rest of this demonstration, I am only going to work on my side of the spreadsheet. Just keep in mind that Mia can do the exact same thing. Here she has her goals, the weekly progress charts, and the recurring tasks. And with that, we are done setting up the dashboard. So we're going to move on to week 1. This dashboard has many sections, and I'm going to walk you through each one. At the very top of the dashboard, you have a chart showing your progress towards your goals so far. I'm in week 1. I have done nothing toward my goals, so I'm still at 272 subscribers, 0 exercise sessions, and 0 lesson study to learn French. As you progress through the weeks, this chart will change to reflect your current progress. Besides that, we have a table of contents, you could say. You can use this section to jump directly to the part of the worksheet that you want to use. I'm going to go to the first day of the week, which is Friday, September 6th. This is where I can add the tasks that I want to do, which goal they contribute to, and whether or not I've did them. If I did do them, I can say how long I've spent doing that task. I added 3 tasks. Let's say I did this task. I did it, and I spent 20 minutes doing it. The format that I'm going to use in this column is hours, minutes. That way it's easier for you to see how much time you've spent overall towards this goal. I can add any notes that I have regarding the task. For example, I could say I really didn't want to study French, but I did it anyway. And Mia can take a look at my daily schedule, see what I did, what I didn't do, and give her comments on that if she wants to. For example, here she said, "Good job. I didn't exercise because I was busy," and she called me out saying that is not a good enough excuse. Okay, so there are tables like this for each day of the week. But remember those recurring tasks that we sent in the dashboard? They appear in the weekly sheets too. So here in the recurring tasks table, I have the recurring tasks that I had set in the dashboard sheet. The first recurring task I had set was study 1 French lesson. I wanted to do that 5 times per week, so my target this week is 5. So far, I scheduled only 1. However, I did do it. As you can see here, I did it Friday, September 6th. And because I did it 1 time and my goal was to do 80 repetitions, I have 79 repetitions left. The second task was exercising for 20 minutes. I want to do that daily, so my target is 7. So 7 days of the week. And I have scheduled 0. But if you remember, I did schedule exercise 20 minutes on Friday, September 6th. So why does it say schedule 0? Well, that's because these 2 tasks aren't the same. This is exercise for 20 minutes, and this is exercise 20 minutes. So if I change this to exercise for 20 minutes, it will now show that I have 1 exercise for 20 minutes scheduled. However, I did not do that task, so it is not counted, and I still have 90 remaining repetitions to reach my goal. We've taken a look at the daily sections. We've taken a look at the recurring task sections. So let's take a look at the weekly recap. In the weekly recap section, I can see my goals, how many tasks I planned to do toward that goal, and how many I actually did. I did all of the tasks I had scheduled for the YouTube goal. I did all of the tasks I had scheduled for the French goal, but I did not do the tasks for exercising. I started this week at 272 subscribers. And let's say I gained 8 subscribers this week. So I ended this week at 280. That means I've gained 8. I studied 1 French lesson, so I ended this week at 1. And there's a difference between what I started this week at and what I ended this week at of 1. I did not exercise, so that would be a 0. Underneath that, I have my weekly goals. Of course, the weekly goals section is something I do at the beginning of the week. So I'd set the goals for that week. For example, study 5 French lessons. And what goal does help me achieve? Learn French. At the end of the week, I can come in and say, I hit my target and studied 5 lessons. And here, Mia can come in and comment if she has any thoughts or any insights on my progress. Underneath that, as the last part of the weekly recap section, there's a weekly reflection. Here, I'll answer the questions of how well I did this week, what my biggest wins were, what did I struggle with, how I will improve next week, and how my accountability partner can help me better next week. I'll write my answers here, and Mia will write her comments here. At the very bottom of the sheet, there is meeting details. Here, I can put in the details about how our meeting is going to take place. So me and Mia had previously agreed that we're going to have a Zoom meeting. The meeting date is going to be at the end of this week. So that would be September 14th. And we're going to have our meeting at 8 p.m. In this cell, I can add the URL of the Zoom meeting. Of course, if you don't have a URL, if you're going to have your meeting in person or by text, you can just leave this empty. And here, I have space to talk about the outcomes I had from that meeting. I could write any insights I had, any realizations, any notes, and Mia can add her notes here. There is a weekly dashboard just like this for each of the 13 weeks. On week 2, you can see that I'm starting the week at 280 subscribers because that's what I ended week 1 with. I still have 0 exercise sessions and I studied 1 French lesson. I went through the weekly sheets and added some data in the weekly recap. So here, I started the week with 272 subscribers, and I ended with 284. In the next week, I started with 284, and I ended with 290. Now, if we go back to the dashboard, I can see my weekly progress. This chart will show me how I've done throughout the weeks. I can see that my weight, here I'm losing weight, so my weight is decreasing. My subscribers are growing. I am consistently learning French and exercising for 20 minutes per day. Underneath that, I can see the trend, whether I am increasing, plateauing, or decreasing. And this table here will give me a more detailed analysis of my progress. I started with 272 subscribers. At the end of week 1, I had 284 with an increase of 12. Week 2, I had 290 with an increase of 6. I lost 3 subscribers the following week, and I can see that for each of my goals. At the bottom of this table, I can see my total change thus far from week 0. That is when I started. I started with 272 subscribers. I currently have 300 subscribers, so I have a total change of 28. My plan is to go from 272 subscribers to 5,000. So my goal is an increase of 4,728. To reach that goal, I still have to gain 4,700 subscribers. In the Versus sheet, I can see my progress compared to my accountability buddy's progress. At the very top, we have a chart of who is working harder towards your shared goals. Your shared goals are the goals that you and your accountability buddy share. If we go back to the dashboard, you can see that I have my goals. One of them is learning French. Mia has her goals, and also one of them is learning French. So we are both trying to learn French. In this Versus sheet, I can see how many times I've done the task for learning French and how many times Mia did it. In week 1, I did 2 tasks related to learning French. Mia did 3. In week 2, I did 4 and Mia did 2. And so on. You can see that for all 13 weeks. Underneath that, we can see what goal we are both working harder on. Most of the tasks that I have scheduled are related to learning French. Some of them are related to gaining subscribers and some of them towards exercise. Mia schedules also most of her tasks to learning French. She also works on her other goals. The last chart on this sheet is how much time has been spent on each of our goals. So these are my goals and these are Mia's goals. I have spent 4 hours and 12 minutes on learning French. The different colors indicate different weeks. So most of the time I spent learning French was in week 2. Mia spent most of her time in week 1 learning French. She has spent a total of 4 hours and 13 minutes. And you can see how much time you've spent on each of your goals in total throughout the 13 weeks in this chart here. If I scroll to the end of the sheets, you can see that I have a notebook. Here in this notebook, I can write any reflections that I had, any thoughts that I'm thinking about my goal, and just write it down here for Mia to see later, or for me to remember later. So I'm writing the note, so I'm going to choose my name, the date, and I'll write any note I have. This note is related to my French learning goal. And in this column, Mia can come and write any thoughts she has about my note. On the other side, there's an achievement log. In this section, you can write all of the wins that you have throughout the week. For example, and here again, Mia can come in and share with me any thoughts that she has regarding this achievement. Mia can also come and write her things here. So she has goal 1, she writes the date, she writes the achievement that she had, and I can write my notes. And that wraps up the Accountability Tracker 2.0 tutorial. You can get your very own Accountability Tracker 2.0 at shutupandachieve.com. We also have other great tools such as the Habit Tracker 2.0, the Goal Tracker 2.0, and the Life Audit Workbook. I'll leave the link in the description box below.